Boxing King Media in association with Boxer. Adam Smith, I've got to ask you, in your time in boxing, you've been in it a long time, did you ever really think you'd have an all-female card?
I thought you were going to ask if we've ever meet on a boat, which I was going to say.
That was going to be my next question.
So we almost sunk Lennox Lewis one time in Miami, where my colleague Craig Slater paid the least amount for a boat in the Miami harbour, and we were shipping water within about half an hour. And I think we had the whole of Lennox's team on. We certainly had Lennox on. I'm thinking we're going to lose the world heavyweight champion here. So I don't know. It's fantastic having this on the boat. It's an innovative thing that Boxer have done today. It's fantastic. Baz and the team, well done to them. Absolutely brilliant. I'm absolutely delighted. Did I ever think we'll have an all-female card? Not sure, but I'm so pleased that it's the culmination of everything that the fantastic females in our sport have worked so hard for. We have supported as much as we can of Sky. It's the culmination of a great deal of work from many, many people, starting probably in Britain with Jane Couch, the pioneer, Katie Taylor, Natasha Jonas, Nicola Adams, Chantel Cameron, Savannah Marshall, Terry Harper, Tasha. I mean, there's so many, too many to mention. And of course, the younger ones that have come in their wake, the likes of your Ebonies and your Ellie Scottneys and Rachel and obviously Lauren and Karis and Caroline and Shannon and so many that are appearing on this card, but also those that aren't, who I hope will be there on Saturday night. This is a pivotal moment for sport. We have the GWOAT, the greatest woman of all time. She's calling herself, in the boxing world, Clarissa Shields, just after one of the greatest women, I think, of all time in Serena Williams has bowed out at the US Open. What timing for Clarissa to come over and star in Britain. She's an amazing role model. Savannah Marshall is a fantastic star of British boxing now. She's got the opportunity of global superstardom with this fight. We've got Michaela Mayer, who is well on the way herself to becoming a terrific figure in the sporting world. She's so eloquent. She's such a great co-commentator. She's fantastic. And with Alicia Baumgardner, who again, another fabulous role model and a brilliant fighter. And that's going to be a super featherweight unification to remember. It's a wonderful night. And the best thing about it, it's on Sky Sports. We want the O2 banged out. We want a different crowd. We want everybody down there, male or female, from any sport or any walk of life. We want to see families. Tune in on Saturday night. It's going to be something different. I'll tell you what, it's going to be something different because you're going to see an all-female card. But what you will see is one of the great cards of recent times, because we've got the elite athletes on this show and we are so proud of them.
That's some serious, passionate talk there, Adam. Which fight are you most excited about? Which one do you think will catch fire and the fans will kind of get gripped into it?
Do you know what? I'm going to have a moment on Saturday night to take it all in, because it's something I've been passionate about for a long, long time at Sky. Since I knew Katie Taylor, since Katie was a scholar at Sky, since I mentored Savannah Marshall, since I saw them all come through after 2012, the ups, the downs, Katie becoming professional. You know, I've got a massive soft spot for women's boxing and the fighters because of what they've done and what they've gone through and how they've battled. Jane Couch before her time. Imagine if she'd been around now and she could have these financial rewards and the real competitive fights that she should have had. And others, Cecilia Bradkhurst and
Will you have Jane in the arena by any chance?
I hope Jane's there. She's so welcome. I would love Jane to be there. I'd love everybody to be there that's played their part in women's boxing. People that were sceptical before, we all were with the matchmaking, and we saw how passionate, how hungry the women were to get going. And I've got two daughters, and they look up to Katie Taylor, and even if they don't want to be boxers, they say Katie, she dressed up as a boy to get what she wanted back in the day. Caroline Dubois doing the same thing. There's no need for that anymore. They can be themselves. It's fantastic. It's great for their role models now. A lot of these fighters didn't have role models to look up to. Michaela didn't really, but now people are looking up to Michaela. And she gets these kids coming up saying, I want to be Michaela Mayer. Isn't that fantastic? My daughters look up to Katie Taylor and think, I can do something because Katie broke boundaries. Right? That's just brilliant, whether it's in boxing or anything in life. That's fantastic. So now we've got a whole new generation of role models, and it's at a time where the lionesses are shining, where we've got women's sport on a platform at Sky Sports with the WSL, with the golf, with the netball, with the cricket, with the rugby. It's brilliant. Fallon Sherrock in the darts, breaking through the glass ceiling. I think it's absolutely wonderful, and I think it's just a brilliant night. So I'm looking forward to all the fights on Saturday at whatever level. But I want to be honest with you, The Clarissa Shields and Savannah Marshall fight is a fight I've waited for a decade. I cannot wait to see what happens when these two meet as pros. I'm as excited as they are, as you are, as everybody is out there. I cannot wait.
I tell you what, with that speech there, I'm looking forward to listening to you on the comms.
Do you know what? When I pick up the mic, as Matt and I do every time, and as we say time and time again, and the accusations and the criticism we get of being biased to fighters that we like or fighters that are from our channel, whatever, it's all rubbish. When we pick up the mic, we call it as we see it. I said to Matt before the Tasha Jonas fight, Tasha works with us, right? I set up the mic, I said, Matt, who do you want to win this fight? He said, I don't care. I said, I don't care. No one, we don't care who wins the fight. When we pick up the mic, we call it as we see it. Actually, I thought Tasha got it too wide on the cards. Delighted for it, don't get me wrong. Tasha Jonas, two belts, absolutely brilliant, unified. I thought Patricia Burkholdt deserved 2 or 3 more of those rounds. I thought she boxed really well. We'll call it as we see it, and always. But I will call it with passion. Savannah Marshall, I was her mentor at Sky. We spent 4 years together. Clarissa Shields, I've got to absolutely adore working with in the last couple of years. She's magnetic to be around. I don't care who wins. I want to see another one if it's any good, and another one, a third one. What I care is that these two have a platform to be seen around the world, to be seen on Sky Sports, to be seen by ESPN and all the other countries that are taking this on the world, to get big financial rewards for this, and to hopefully give us an absolutely fantastic fight and to dance again. And I want Alicia and I want Michaela to get that same respect and that same opportunity for endorsements going forward, for brands, for commercial opportunities that the men get as well. I think it's a brilliant night for everyone, but that Clarissa-Savannah fight, it's a 50-50 fight and it's going to be a cracker.
You know that you mentioned that point about fans complaining about biased commentary. Can you blame them? Because sometimes there have been occasions, even now when I've watched stuff and I thought, what are they watching? Do you think sometimes it kind of sits on your conscience because you want a certain person to win and you kind of only see what they're doing? It's almost like, I think somebody gave the example where you support your guy and you only kind of concentrate on what they're doing good.
No, I don't agree with that at all. I worked with Jim Watt for many years, and I learned very early on, Annie and Dart, Commentators, I learned very early on that when you pick up the mic, you call it as you see it. You might not agree with the way we've seen it. Of course not. I mean, it's very subjective. Everyone's got opinions. That's why we love boxing. Everyone's got opinions on who saw what, who should have won, and it's very rare to get everybody agreeing with the same outcome, or the judges come under criticism, we come under criticism, everybody does. We call it as we see it. Anthony Joshua was part of our business for many years, and we call that fight in New York when he lost his world heavyweight title to Andy Ruiz, and we were delighted for Andy Ruiz. I mean, it's you call it as you see it. You can't do it any other way. Whoever wins on Saturday night, Savannah or Clarissa wins. We will call it again, unbiased as we see it. We don't want anyone to win. There's not a favourite in any of this, right? I'm close to fighters. Of course you get close to fighters. I'm close to Dillian White. I'm close to Anthony Joshua. If they fight, no, it doesn't matter. We call it as we see it. It's business. I said to Michaela yesterday, she says, be nice to me on comms. Why? I said, I'll be nice to you when you finish. Why? If you're rubbish and you get knocked out by Alicia, I'm going to say it, as you would say it on comms when you're commentating on somebody else. Way we can be. Friendship, like for fighters, is for afterwards. When we pick up the mic, there's never any bias. We call it as we see it, and we always will.